Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
I came home like I would normally do.
Tell you something, your lawyers are about to have a whole lot to handle. I told you once and I'm gonna tell you again, I'm not one of these new bitches to doing this, baby. I'm 14 years in, been sued by some of the best. Okay, check my lawsuit record. Stayed in court with Sheree, stayed in court with Chris Stokes, stayed in court with XYZ Company, stayed in court with Music Company, and I'm here to let you know, baby, it's gonna take more than a little piece of statement on a lawyer's it's gonna take more than a little piece of statement on your lawyer's letterhead claiming rumors about an inappropriate relationship to scare me, because if that's the term that we're going by, inappropriate relationship, the person is claiming that you had an inappropriate relationship. If that's the thing that we're hanging on to, then baby, you, Mr. Walker, you don't even want to waste your time sending me nothing on your fax paper because the relationship was extremely inappropriate.
Tamar Braxton is back in the spotlight again, and this time it's wild. Being Tamar must feel like a full-time job because once again, she's been caught up in some serious drama. Ever since she and Funky Dineva started going back and forth, fans don't even know who to trust anymore. Tamar's out here saying she almost lost her life, had to get surgery, and she's even hinting that Funky had something to do with it. But Funky isn't letting that slide. He's denying everything. He warned Tamar straight up not to mention his name unless she's ready for the internet to dig deep and expose what really happened. Still, Tamar being Tamar, she couldn't resist stirring things up again. She jumped online trying to rally people to her side while throwing heavy shade at Funky. And guess what? Funky kept his word. He clapped back hard with receipts to match. He called the whole situation pure madness, saying the real story behind Tamar's accident might not have anything to do with him at all, but everything to do with Mendeecees, Yandy's husband. Now that twist right there got everyone's attention.
Part of the problem with this whole thing was, Tamar, is that I was never comfortable with the relationship that you and Mendeecees had in front of me, okay? All of that, you at the music video shoot, in your booty shorts, sitting on top of him meeting us up at restaurants every time we met up, I was very uncomfortable with it. And if we gonna tell it, let's tell it all.
Just a few months back, Tamar dropped a shocking story that had everyone's jaw on the floor. She claimed she woke up covered in blood, missing a couple of teeth, and couldn't remember a single thing about what went down or who might have done it. Right away, people started pointing fingers. Since Funky Dineva had been with her the night before, celebrating his birthday, folks on the internet went wild. They started calling Funky a woman hater, saying he was a terrible friend and accusing him of doing something awful. Funky asked Tamar to clear his name, to just tell people to stop coming for him, but she didn't say a word. It's like she enjoyed the chaos. See, Tamar is the type who believes any attention is good attention, no matter if it's love or hate. But Funky wasn't having it. He spoke up saying he had nothing to do with what happened that night and was just as confused as everyone else.
I want to know what all the hell going on, bitch. I want to know what's going on too, bitch, okay? The lady got on the internet and said she almost died. Now listen, let me just go ahead and get this out the way, okay, before we even get to the top of the show. I don't know what happened to the lady. Okay, for those of y'all that don't know, I'm talking about Tamar Braxton. I don't know what happened to the lady.
Tamar started acting like Funky was nothing more than a small bump on her road to attention. She kept tossing slick shade his way, making it clear she didn't need him for anything. Every post, every comment, she made sure people knew she was standing on her own. At the same time, she kept doubling down on her story, saying something serious really did happen that night. She even confirmed that whatever went down was bad enough that she had to get surgery. The way she talked about it had everyone online losing their minds, wondering what really happened behind the scenes.
I want him to tell his own story. You know, I don't really like telling people's story. You should ask Mendeecees.
Baby Funky wasn't playing around. He warned Tamar over and over again that if she didn't want the world to find out the real tea he had on her, she better open her mouth and defend him. Funky made it crystal clear he wasn't the type to hide or back down from a fight. He kept saying, "Don't push me, because once I start talking, everybody's gonna see who's really lying." That warning had the internet buzzing because when Funky says he's got receipts, people know he means business.
All I was asking was for you to go back to your stories and put, Funky Dineva didn't do anything to me, guys. I was resting. I should have said something earlier. That was all you had to do, and it could have been done with on my end. Even in this very moment, that was all you had to do, and it could have been done.
But it looks like Tamar decided to call Funky's bluff. Maybe she thought he'd just roll over and let her run the show. But nope, she pushed it anyway. Months after the whole situation had finally died down, Tamar went right back to it. She showed up on the Morning Hustle with Laurel and brought up that accident all over again. People couldn't believe she was digging this up after so long. The truth is, Tamar didn't even have to do that interview. Nobody forced her. She could have just stayed home, kept her secrets to herself, and let the internet keep guessing. But nope, she wanted to talk. She went on air ready to stir the pot and finally answer all those questions that have been floating around about what really went down that night.
Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about it?
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
I came home like I would normally do.
She says she came home like I would normally do, but things took a turn from there. She never dropped Funky Dineva's name directly, but everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. The shade was obvious. She painted the picture like he was this ungrateful friend, someone she went out of her way to celebrate, only for him to turn around and hurt her. It had people online thinking, wait, what really went down between them? The story sounded messy. But Funky Dineva wasn't the only name caught in the middle. When Tamar was asked about what was really happening between her and Mendeecees, she shut it down fast. She denied him so hard it almost sounded rehearsed. Like, how you go from working closely together to acting like there was never anything personal going on at all?
No, to be honest, I barely even know him.
Okay.
To be honest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not like, we're cool,
Yeah.
but we're not like my homie. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's not
right.
like that. And he just got casted in the film.
Did she really say she didn't know Mendeecees like that? Because how you gonna claim that and still get him to star in your music video? Make it make sense. When that interview dropped, people were already warning Tamar the Funky wasn't gonna like the way she talked about him. They were saying, girl, don't play victim when he claps back. And sure enough, once Funky heard what she said, that was all it took. He snapped. He had already warned her before, and he meant it. He promised that if she ever so much as breathed his name again, he was going to drag her through the pit and back. And baby, he kept his word. Then Funky spilled even more tea. He claimed the only reason he didn't follow Tamar home that night was because she was already with another friend, someone who looked like he was going to take real good care of her, if you catch the hint. And according to Funky, that friend wasn't just anybody. It was Mendeecees, Miss Yandy Smith Harris's husband. Now that revelation sent social media into a frenzy.
I did not get out the car and go upstairs with Tamar when we got back to her house. Because after her and Mendeecees got through kissing in the back of that goddamn car, I figured they wanted to be up there privately. That is why when we got dropped off at Tamar's house, I did not go upstairs. I got in my damn car and went home because you was sitting on his lap in that goddamn Uber and y'all ass was kissing. Okay? And the shit made me damn uncomfortable.
Apparently, Tamar and Mendeecees were together that entire night, but try not to let the cameras catch them getting too cozy. Folks at the V12 spot were whispering that everyone there already knew what was up. Soon as the cameras stopped rolling, Tamar and Mendeecees were right next to each other, getting real close, and Funky saw it all. Now, here's the crazy part. Tamar swore up and down she didn't even know that man like that. Yet, according to Funky, they were making out the whole ride back to her house, acting like a full-blown couple. Funky said he went home after that, but what happened next took things to another level. See, Funky claimed it wasn't just Tamar and Mendeecees who went back to her house. There was a third guy too. And that same man, according to Tamar, was the one who later found her unconscious. But Funky's version of events is way darker. He said that man didn't just find her that way, and that maybe, just maybe, something went down between Tamar, Mendeecees, and that mystery guy that night that ended in chaos. The whole story sounds like something straight out of a movie.
If anybody know who happened and what happened to your damn teeth, it's Mendeecees and his best friend, because they was the ones who went upstairs with you. Now, I don't know whether they was fucking your ass from the back and ran your head through the headboard or what, okay? But if anybody need to be investigated on what happened to you in your damn teeth, it need to be Mendeecees and his friend, because that's who went upstairs with you.
Now the internet is going absolutely wild with speculation. People are whispering that Tamar, Mendeecees, and that mystery man might have gotten a little too close that night and something went completely left. The rumor mill is spinning nonstop, with everyone trying to piece together what could have caused Tamar's injuries. Some are even claiming that things got heated and Mendeecees might have lost his cool, leaving Tamar hurt in the process. But right now, nobody really knows the truth. The only people who can clear this up are Mendeecees and that other man who were there that night. And until they speak, the whole story is just one messy mystery that keeps getting crazier by the day.
About the whole thing was the fact that you don't get to go around and create media shitstorms that involve other people without their permission. That whole, my teeth fell out, and I don't know what happened. Tamar, like, sis. And then you had that Spanish lady make that video down in Miami lying. There is nobody who had the amount of mouth trauma that you had that healed that quickly.
Looks like Tamar has had enough, because word is she's lawyered up against Funky. She even dropped her own official statement to try to shut everything down. In her message, Tamar said these rumors don't just mess with her life, they're hurting innocent families too, and it's been painful watching all the wild things people are saying about her online. She didn't stop there though. Tamar made it clear if the gossip keeps spreading, somebody's gonna have to take responsibility. She hinted that if Funky doesn't back off, we might just see her take him to court. Now that's serious business. But let's be real. If you know Funky, you know he's not the type to back down easy. Right after Tamar's statement dropped, he clapped right back saying she's gonna have to do way more than that if she really thinks she can scare him. The back and forth is just getting hotter.
And I knew that this is how you was gonna play it. So now we finna take it all the way back to the very beginning. I knew this was how you was gonna play it. And let's be very clear here. If y'all remember when the situation first broke and about the whole mouth stuff, and I said, and the only reason you dropped that video is because, and I said, I ain't gonna do it to you. Y'all remember that? I said, and the only reason you dropped that music video real quick like this was because, and I said I ain't even gonna do it. The reason you dropped that music video as quickly as you did is because people had spotted y'all ass, okay? Inappropriate relationship. Well, you tell me, Tamar, if it's appropriate or inappropriate when we're sitting at Roof Chris and he's rubbing in between your thighs, in between your dress.
At this point, Tamar might have to face the truth. She picked a fight she just can't win. Funky isn't scared of a lawsuit, not even a little bit. If anything, he looks ready for it. Word is, Funky's been waiting for her to make that move so he can finally lay everything out and show the world his side once and for all. He's not backing down, and it sounds like he's got plenty more to say if this thing ever ends up in court. The tension between them is only getting stronger, and everyone's watching to see who's gonna break first.
You know, me and her are just getting to know each other, and she got this stuff going on with Mendeecees, and she know I'm a YouTuber, and she know I'm a blogger, and I'm curious to know if she's doing all of this because she want me to go tell it. You know what I'm saying? And now that I look back at all of it, I really do feel like it was a scheme that you set up to put me in this position to do it.
It's easy for people to say Funky Dineva is just making things up or trying to throw Tamar under the bus, but the way he handled the situation said a lot. He came with that "I'm done with this nonsense" kind of attitude, like he was tired of being blamed for something he didn't do. You could tell from his tone. He wasn't backing down and he wasn't trying to impress anybody. No matter what people think of him, Funky made it clear that he was standing on his truth and nothing was going to shake that.
Tamar, you gonna sit up in my face? You gonna sit up in my face with your three faces and tell me that you and Mendeecees did not have a conversation at that table in Roof Chris about him putting out a statement about him and Yandy not being together no more? We really gonna do that? And he said he did a version of the letter on ChatGPT. And then you started laughing back and was like, no, you gotta go back and rewrite it to kind of make it sound like it's you. We gonna say that didn't happen? We gonna say that didn't happen. We gonna sit up here and say, after he was digging in between your thighs at that roof, Chris, and he got up and went to the bathroom, that the conversation was, y'all, I can't. He just my friend. He just my friend. I can't. I mean, and then I said, Tamar, ain't he married? He ain't married. They not married. They just do that for the show. They not married. That's what we gonna do?
Now, a lot of people are siding with Funky on this one because, let's be real, this isn't the first time Tamar's been caught up in drama with somebody's husband. The way Funky Dineva ran Tamar Braxton into oblivion was absolutely wild. And don't get it twisted, I got love for Tamar, I really do. But this is the second time we've heard whispers about her being involved with someone who's already taken. First, folks were talking about Jermaine Dupri's father, and now it's Mendeecees. It's given deja vu. What's even crazier is how Tamar always carries herself like she'll above all that mess, yet the stories keep surfacing. Maybe that's why she's been working so hard to paint Funky as the villain in this whole situation. But if Funky's receipts are real, then it's looking like Tamar might have been creeping with Yandy's husband behind the scenes. But hey, I want to know what you think. Do you really believe there was something going on between Tamar and Mendeecees, or was Funky just seeing things the wrong way? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video.
I pray that a friend like Funky Dineva never finds me. I can't stand them messy ass punks that want to run business after you fall out with somebody you claim to be cool with. You want to run around with somebody's sister this, sister that, friend this, friend that, and then the moment they do something that you don't care for or that you think is wrong in your mind, it's time to run their business? And you already been threatening to run it since, the situation, the fallout happened. Like, he was pouring one of them Simones off of Married to Medicine. I got this bag of, info. You keep playing with me and I'm going to dump it out. All right. Now what? Now what, Funky? Do you feel better about your life now that you think you've exposed Tamar? Someone you called a friend? Someone who called you a friend? It's weird. It's so strange, and I feel like he's too old to be acting like that. You should know better. And I remember Funky saying something like, Tamar don't matter what it's for, she just wants to be talked about. She don't care if it's good or bad, she just wants to be talked about. Well, if you know that, and if you feel like that, and if you think that, then she don't give a fuck about you trying to run her business. So what was it for? But since Funky wants to use Tamar's name to run his numbers up, let's use Funky's name to run Tamar's numbers up. Let's stream Heartbreak Retrograde. Let's watch it on YouTube. Let's do it on Apple Music, Spotify, buy it on iTunes, share it, all that. Hopefully a tour is coming soon, because I'm ready to hear this new music live. Amazed how you love me, love me, love me. No one's gonna love me like you love me.
Baby, this is an example of it's okay to just be quiet. Funky Dineva told you to leave him alone. Funky Dineva said, if you keep my name out your mouth, I will keep your name out of my mouth. He told you to leave him alone, and he really went on about his merry little way. Funky Dineva got a whole lot of stuff going on right now. He told us last week that he has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. I think he has other things to worry about, but no. You did an interview. You brought the situation up again. You brought him up again. Now, do I think that what you said, Tamar, was serious? It wasn't. It was real light. But it doesn't matter. He told you don't say his name. So now he's telling it. He done said that the reason why he did not go upstairs the night of his birthday party that you threw for him down to the Houstons, and the reason why when y'all left the club and all of that, and he got back to your house, and the reason why he did not go upstairs, which is why he don't know what happened to your teeth, is because you and Mendeecees allegedly was all in the back seat kissing, hugging, and things of that nature. He said that the whole situation made him uncomfortable because when y'all would go out to eat, Mendeecees would show up. He said that you used to walk around in your booty shorts sitting on Mendeecees' lap and stuff, and it wasn't just for the cameras acting for your music video, okay? He said that this was going on when there wasn't even no cameras around. And he said it made him uncomfortable. And that's what he been trying not to say. That's what he been trying to spare you. But now he done told it. He done said it. Now, whether people choose to believe him or not, it really doesn't matter. Baby, he said don't say his name. Now, y'all do know that the Tamar crash out is coming in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yandy, honey, you might have to hit up Funky because he was on live last night letting the tea spill. He basically said that your husband was with Tamar Braxton in the backseat of the car and they were kissing it up, girl. They was kissing so hot and heavy that it made him uncomfortable. So when they got to Tamar Braxton's house, he felt like, oh, I think you guys need some privacy, so I'm not gonna go upstairs. So Mendeecees and Mendeecees' best friend went upstairs with Tamar. Next thing you know, Tamar Braxton woke up with no teeth. So who's gonna explain to us?